Yo, what's happening, guys? Episode 62 of the Wrestling's podcast. Full house today.
Yes.
Waiting for laps to come through. When laps come through, you can obviously join us and that. But yeah, mad full house today. We've got two special guests. We're going to let them introduce themselves. But before we do let them introduce themselves, it's WrestleMania week.
Yes.
It's big. So today we've got two cameras. We've got a camera that's facing towards us. So you can see the front of our face.
Two angles. Still cannot see
the back
my
of our
face. You still won't see the face.
30.
And also we've got the normal camera, normal setup and stuff. We're trying this out. If you guys like it, comment below. Let us know what you think. And we can
Hashtag
add
angles.
that to another... I like that.
Hashtag wrestling
angles. You can add that to our, our repertoire of videos from now on. But yeah, before we start, Delbo's not here, so he's not going to go after me. So, Versi, take her away, bro.
What's going on, Lucha V from South London, best part of London, home on the roadside. Jeez. It's your boy, the Mask, man. The Mask married, man. What we saying? Let's go.
They kiss the bride. Go. Underdone.
Bro, we're not going to do
I'm waiting for it. Waiting for it.
Wait. No, so it's part of the script. Wait, I had to go see.
Yeah, obviously, you know how it goes.
Who's that jumping out the sky? Come on, man.
Yes, sir. It's your boy Sam Blacks.
Yes.
Mr. Controversial.
Yes.
Underdone.
Yes.
I've now been called Mr. Hot Takes. But
AKA
you know what?
Hot cakes.
Hot cakes. I don't know what the heck everyone's just calling me that. Oh well. This for top 5 dead or alive. I won't stop screaming it. Big men. It's your boy. Controversial files coming soon, actually. Always.
Yeah. It's the Foolish Professional, aka Nafi, once known as VHS Pappy, but due to copyright reasons, I had to give that to someone else on Clubhouse. But yeah, we moved. Big up Virgil though. Big up off my lines, innit? But yeah, episode 62.
Back by 10.
Big up Virgil. Big up the Ambrose. Big up Seth Rollins.
That's it, innit? Yeah. I fluffed my lines, innit?
Calm.
But yeah, let's continue.
What the guests?
The two special guests.
Yes.
Please.
Take your mics.
It's been a long time coming.
I'm finally here. Charlie Charles from the Royal County of Berkshire.
Yes.
What else is there to say? Reading, Berkshire, where Shawn Michaels lived for a little while, where he was young when he was younger. I thought I'd throw that in. F&E.
Can we confirm that? Is that fully confirmed?
You can Wikipedia if you want. You don't believe me.
Faction energies. Yeah, faction energies.
There you go. Yeah, all good. This has been a long time coming, but I'm here. You saved it for the best edition of the year. WrestleMania.
Yes, Mania week.
Woo, woo. And I got my guy to the left of me.
Yo,
Mr.
Nathan, aka Nats,
Yes.
aka the real Heartbreak Kid, coming out east side of that London, the real best side of London.
Come on. You're done now. Come on.
We'll talk after this. We'll talk after.
I can happily stay out of this argument.
Big up Reading every single time, though.
Big up Reading.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, obviously, big up Reading. But yeah,
Love
pleasure
that
to
area.
be here. Absolute pleasure. WrestleMania week. Let's go.
Let's go. Listen, there's a lot to unwrap this week. There's a lot that's happened so far. But just know by next week, Monday, our eyes are going to be bloodshot and red. Because the amount of wrestling we're about to get ourselves into, like, this is what we signed up for. This is the business that we're in. It's the industry that we're in. Like, we have to watch all these matches. And it's only right that we discuss, because obviously we recorded the podcast last week on a Thursday. So by then we've had NXT and AEW and pretty much everything except for SmackDown.
What, this week?
So last week.
Okay,
So we recorded first. Everything would have happened that we've normally spoken about today.
Yeah, you're right.
So one thing we do need to touch on is SmackDown. But before we talk about SmackDown, just talk about everything that's happened prior, like, everything that's going to happen in this week. So as you know, today we record our episodes on the Wednesday. And Wednesdays are made for NXT and AEW.
Yeah.
And today is the first day for NXT's takeover and deliver.
Yes.
Are we going to stand there and watch it?
Yeah.
Yes.
You have to, man. It's WrestleMania week.
Yeah.
I stayed up late for the Hall of Fame. You know what I mean? So
Yeah. How
quick question though, because obviously I caught up after, innit? So did it come, was it like 2020 first and 2021 after?
they were literally slap bang after each other, but they act like they were different events because they had different hosts. So you had Jerry doing the first one, Corey and Kayla doing the second one. Yeah. But they went quick. They both went quick, hour 20 each, in bed by 3, easy business.
Did Jerry behave himself?
He's on his best behavior.
Who had the best speech?
Nah, Titus O'Neil.
Controversial.
Titus O'Neil.
Yeah, we were chatting about that earlier.
I nearly cried. I'm even blagging, bro. Like when he mentioned, even where he started off the speech, man was like, I was conceived through sexual assault.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa, bro. Like, even look, I'm even crying now. Like, I'm tearing now, fam. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I got goosebumps, fam.
No, it's a tough
like,
one.
It was serious, man. Like, and even the stuff, like,
big him up, man.
like, although he doesn't get his time in the WWE, we don't see him on camera, but the stuff he does at WWE, he deserves more than this award, bro.
Absolutely.
He actually deserves to be in the Hall of Fame.
You know what it is, bro? You know what, bro? I take it back from what I was saying last week.
Last week and what you said last week, and then
I was saying
last week. No, he said when Roy Johnson was there.
No, yeah, but yeah.
Oh yeah, no, 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
I was saying that he's not credible enough to be a WrestleMania host. Then I said Hogan's more credible.
No, stand by the
No, but he's gonna clarify. He's gonna clarify.
I wanted to stand by his guns.
But what you need to understand is, I was basing it on both the in-ring. You understand?
That's what I'm saying. Clarify.
Outside the ring, Titus is an amazing person. So I just want to clarify that. I did say that 2 weeks ago, but I just want to clarify that before people start going mad at me. I'm calm. I'm calmer now this week. Yeah, I'm easy. Yeah? I'm easy.
I respect that still.
We got Titus still.
That was a great speech. Molly Holly's one. Molly Holly looks amazing.
Yeah, that's the one I thought
She
was
looks
the best.
stunning.
Yeah, okay.
I gotta give it to her, man. Molly Holly, man. That's for you. That's for you, baby girl. She looked good. She looked good, man.
I love looking at the Bella Twins as well.
Bella Twins, bro. I have like after watching yesterday's Hall of Fame, I didn't really deep the impact that they've had on the whole. Like when did you see in the Hall of Fame when they done that vignette, not vignette, but the montage when it was like getting people that said their names. So they had Jimmy Kimmel, they had Nicki Minaj, they had like bare random celebrities saying the Bella Twins, and I was like, fam, these people are known outside of wrestling.
Yeah, I'll give them that outside of wrestling.
What they've created.
Yeah, they're like the Kardashians.
They made more people look at the Kardashians as well.
They're like a brand within a brand, and they got like outside exposure, outside WWE on was it the E Network?
Yeah,
Total
Divas.
Yeah.
My missus auntie, I've like gone to her house, innit, and after I'm watching, I've just gone on the Sky Play by accident, just clicked on it by accident. And I'm seeing bare episodes of Total Divas. And after thingy, the Bellas, innit? So I was like, wait, do you watch wrestling, auntie? She goes, no, I just like the Bellas. And Daniel Bryan is married to the Bellas, innit?
Well, there you go.
And I was like,
that's why like, everyone knows the Bellas. Their story
it is
on Total Divas. If you actually watch it, you'll think like they live a different life. It's kind of mad.
It's nuts, man.
You know what I mean?
I have one. What's it?
Go on, bro.
There was one person who I thought was who should get the Royal Award. Chad Gaspar.
Yeah.
And I think I would hope more sooner than later that he gets it.
Next week. No, next week. Next year.
Next year. 100%.
Next week. Oh, yeah.
I really hope he gets that. But he shouldn't be forgotten.
100%.
Should not be forgotten.
Not at all. Not at all.
I definitely think.
I think one thing though, I think like the 2020 and the 2021 classes, I think they're both well deserved.
Yeah. I was gonna say that.
And I think the 2021 one was stacked. The 2021 was stacked. Like Rob Van Dam, Kane, Molly Holly,
JBL.
Yeah,
he was talking for time though, but yeah, I respect it. His montage went up. Well, he was talking.
RVD was zoned out.
I didn't even know it was yesterday. You know, I thought it was gonna be on another day.
And do you know it's normally before WrestleMania?
Because I saw some of the highlights on the YouTube. I thought maybe
WrestleMania was Saturday.
Yeah, it's a long stretch.
Sometimes I swap it around, so they'll either do it on a Friday or a Saturday.
Yeah, I thought it would be Friday after.
So the last one I went to in New York was on a Saturday where there was like a silly incident where that guy.
Oh yeah,
So wait, you saw Kofi Kingston lift up the towel?
Yes.
Oh my god, we're gonna talk about that.
Yeah.
Do you know? Listen,
I don't know what's going to WrestleMania. You know,
these
that's what we're saying.
Have gone to WrestleMania. So
See, this is the WrestleMania side.
I
told you.
We're gonna get like a recap of what they went through and all that sort of stuff. WrestleMania?
Nope.
Almost went.
Listen.
Almost.
We're going to share stories.
Yeah, we're gonna get to that.
We have to.
But yeah, man. Hall of Fame was last night. A very great event. I really enjoyed it. Nathan, you said you watched it as well, right? Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, I think for me though, I think that just anything in the Thunderdome it sounds weird. It just sounds weird.
That pissed me off so much.
And like something like the Titus thing, you want to see other superstars react to that. You want to see crowds react to that.
I'm so sorry, but I feel like they could have got fans. They could have got the staff in there.
Of course it could have.
100.
Of course it could have.
Sit in the ring at least.
I'm kind of pissed off that no one was even there. I was like, what's the whole point?
And for someone who hasn't seen it yet, and I shouldn't really pay attention to stuff that I see online, they were saying like with some of the speeches there was like, you know, was staged. sort of canned laughter, and I was just like,
It was, yeah.
Oh, they did that.
yeah, allegedly so.
Yeah, they
So
were.
it's
They were
just
like piping in, you deserve it.
Yeah, and they don't know what was it.
Like they were copying everyone's thing. Like
Even
the
Rob and
JBL.
Rob, Van.
Yeah, I was like, this is
thing-
so cliche.
Just, I didn't mind it. The only thing that triggered me, because obviously I'm a film guy now. I'm looking out for angles and stuff.
Yeah.
The director was cutting too many times, so it'll cut to a wide angle, cut to the crowd, cut to the thing, wide angle, back to thing. It's like, bro, stay on the hard cam. When there's a crowd reaction, cut to the crowd, then cut to the wide, then cut back to the guy. Don't just cut when the guy's because I'm like, fam, what am I watching? Like,
Yeah.
I think it messed up. Who was the first one on the first?
JBL was the first.
It messed up JBL. It messed up JBL's first couple lines, because JBL was talking about where he's been to and how like he used to run away from, like how he's always been a heel, innit? And it was just cutting. And I'm like, fam, I can't see what is happening here, fam.
We got JB over.
It ruins do you know what I mean? Especially the crowd noise as well. But yeah, overall it was a good event. I enjoyed it. Let's not take that away from what we saw yesterday. Impact was last night as well. Did you guys manage to catch it?
I didn't catch up.
No.
Kenny Omega match.
I rejected.
And what
Perfect
against what?
answer,
Which was a tag team
Impact.
match. I think it was a tag team match. It was meant to have a triple threat. I don't know. Maybe I saw it somewhere.
Maybe that's AEW.
You sure?
You mean
no, that was last week? Oh shit, it might have been AEW.
Yeah, the 6 man.
Yeah, 6 months. Sorry, forget that.
I did watch the thing AEW and MGF, that little kind of scene.
Oh, you watched it
There we
in the
go.
circle? Yeah, what
There
do you
we
think?
go.
That was kind of cold.
Yes.
That was kind of cold. That was
If you guys
cold.
don't
First here for
That got me interested because I was thinking,
if you guys don't know, this guy is not really an AEW fan.
He
So when you
doesn't
hear him
believe
say
in AEW.
something positive, it's a good. It's
no,
good.
because
It's being
that
converted.
was a bit like, in the start of this, I was like, okay, now this is a bit sick. Like, this made me watch AEW a little bit. Then I watched a bit of highlights.
Yeah.
There was someone who was doing like some madness across the ring.
Probably Ray Phoenix.
Ray Phoenix.
Probably Ray
Are you
Phoenix.
sure that was Ray Phoenix?
If you say madness across the ring, it's probably Ray Phoenix.
Yeah, Ray Phoenix.
Or someone else? Was you sure it wasn't one of the Lucha Brothers?
Yeah, Ray
Yeah,
Phoenix.
Ray Phoenix.
Oh, Ray Phoenix and swear.
Laredo Kid was in that.
Oh, that's
as well.
crazy. All right, Ray Phoenix is cut. He's not better than Mysterio, but he's cold. He is
It's not
cold.
about comparison, bro.
No comparison. No.
No. The reason why he's saying that. Do you know why he's saying that?
Because he has to.
controversial. I have to. I can't act
The
it.
group chat that we're in, yeah, they're always comparing Ray Phoenix to Rey Mysterio. So it's only right that he had to.
Just don't need to, man. Just
Always.
don't need
But
to.
you-
Don't need to compare.
I'm with you on the AEW thing because I haven't watched much of it yet. So, and I've kind of got a couple of reasons why, because I know some hardcore AEW fans, which is fine.
Yes.
And that there's just the emphasis that they're putting, you must watch it. And as I was saying before we started recording, it's like I'm a petulant child. If I'm told to do something, I'm not going to do it. But like yourself, there's bits of it I've seen, I'm like, yeah, that's
interesting.
good. I heard that.
Yeah,
I heard
it's
that.
interested me. It's got
But
me.
you must
I
watch
already know the
it.
reason why. So,
Said I heard that, but you must watch it.
Must watch it.
You must watch it, see? Okay.
I was gonna ask you.
Okay. It's worth watching.
It's worth your time.
It's worth watching.
Okay.
I think the one thing for me about AEW is this over-reliance on like factions. And
No,
I
but
feel
we
like
can
it's
talk
feeling
about-
like 1996 WWE.
But you know what?
It's
I
like gang
didn't.
warfare.
That's what I didn't mind. I can't lie.
Right.
That's what I didn't mind. When I saw that there were many factions, that interested me. Just seeing that.
Yeah.
Seeing that.
Right,
I'm like, raw.
okay.
So everyone's in a little group then. So what, if you mess with this group and mess with that group, then it could...
But I think it's
anything
got
could
to the
pop
point
off.
now where factions have come and gone already, and now there's new factions popping
And
up.
this is the
I
way
feel
it
like
comes
it's
like
like,
full circle.
okay.
So we
Like
were
someone's been aligned
yeah.
with 10 different people. Like Matt Hardy's been aligned with like 4 different groups already.
Yeah.
Oh,
But that then
serious?
leads to, like, as the wrestling community say, long-term storytelling.
Yeah.
Because somewhere down the line, say
They're going to break up.
5 years from now, they'll not even break up, or even the thing where they'll meet each other in the ring. They'll be like, "Yo, we used to be brothers." Like Edge and Christian, like Edge and Randy Orton.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
They weren't a faction, but they were tag team.
Yeah.
Another thing as well,
The history
NWO,
behind
DX, they'll meet up again. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean? And it's proper
definitely.
nice. So even this whole like new force for.
Wait, you said Edge and
Horsemen-
Christian? I think you meant Edge and...
I said Edge and Randy Orton. I
Yeah,
corrected
Edge and Randy
myself,
Orton,
yeah,
yeah.
I corrected myself. So even this whole thing of like the Pinnacle and stuff, the day they break up and they get back together, it's gonna be sick. They'll probably have a new
Exactly.
Pinnacle. Pinnacle might be the next.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So it's just stuff like that, birthing you.
It's good you didn't say any names. You know
Oh, what, from the Horsemen?
Nah, that's trying to think. Are people trying to compare them to the Four Horsemen?
No, that's what they're basically meant to be.
Because they got Tully, innit?
They got Tully Blanchard,
it's
yeah,
a
yeah.
good
yeah.
time.
That's what-
Okay,
It's
fair
a new
enough.
gen, innit? You know what I
Alright,
mean?
cool.
And obviously it's got the
Sorry,
revival
it's just
in, the
me.
new
You know-
brain
you know- you know
busters.
my
Sorry.
feeling anyway.
Yeah.
We're going to have to watch tonight
Yeah.
Yeah, what's
Yeah.
after TakeOver.
Yeah.
But the whole thing, I think
Takeover.
it just speaks to how much of an emphasis or how well Four Horsemen was. Because when you see a 4-man group, Even Evolution people will do the comparison.
I was just about to say that.
Not to say they were better or not.
That's what I'm saying. I need to relax because
but
you
I'm
can
saying,
compare. You can compare, innit? Who am I to say? Sorry.
Evolution, one of the best factions ever
Evolution.
I've seen. Yeah. From that's like
what AEW?
No, wait,
Bro,
no.
bro, it's like every time you AEW, you already switch, bro.
No, I just wanted to know. No, you know it's my energy. Sorry, sir. I don't mean it that side. It's my energy. It's my reactions, innit?
I was like, what? Because we saw. I don't know. From like, I didn't really watch WCW for me to see the birth of NWO until I got older. But man saw the birth of Evolution, bro. And I saw it go all the way to, you know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying, it's the best faction. I wasn't really watching DX, for example, DX. I didn't see the birth of DX. I didn't see the birth of Nation Domination. I didn't see the birth of...
Both them two I seen the birth of.
But that's a good point though, because it also speaks to when you was watching.
Yeah.
You know, what you grew up on. That could be the best to you because of what you saw, what you was exposed to.
Yeah.
So what would you have to base on in terms of what would be the best faction? What would you have to base it on?
Accomplishments?
I would say impact, match quality, promos, and feuds.
When you had accomplishments to it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
And originality as well, I would say. Because the reason why the Generation X were, so the original, let's say, Shawn Michaels, Helmsley, Rude, and China, is because it hadn't been done before. And it's where society was at that time, sort of rebelling against stuff that had been pushed in it. So like WWF, it was like, right, all this cartoony stuff and that. It's just get real. Just the stuff you do behind the scenes, do it in front of the audience, be a bit edgy. And that's how DX broke out for me.
It's true.
Yeah, that's why I say impact, because also the timing of the faction, what was happening during the time, as you said, New Generation was ending. They stand out. Like when you think of Attitude Era, the beginning of, you will think of Shawn and Triple H and DX in general, because they were the ones that were pushing. It was like, something's different here. They stand out compared to everybody else.
That's true.
So who would you say, since we're here then, who would you say is the best factions?
Ministry. Oh.
Ministry were really a faction, weren't they?
They were a faction. Oh my God, what are you
But they then become quite big, because then it was like the corporate ministry.
Yeah, but let's forget about. But we need to forget about the corporate ministry. We have to forget about the originality.
And that is my best version of the Undertaker, by the way.
Yeah, it's the same as me. Ministry.
No, but you can't forget if it's part of it.
If we're deep in it, if we're actually speaking,
but it's not necessarily part of it, because there was a corporation which was a separate faction, and then there was the ministry.
But it's not part of it.
Came together. I'm talking about the ministry separately. Do you see where I'm coming from? When they were a separate faction, unstoppable, they were taking everyone out. Very simple.
But they still joined in the end. So they became part of it because it became the corporate ministry. There still was the ministry.
Because you know, ministry was good because of they had scare factor. They had oh shit, who they gonna kill?
They had George.
Today? Yeah, do that today.
100%.
You know what I mean? But other than that, bro, like, what did they do as a faction?
How many titles did they win?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
What do you mean? Oh, okay, cool, fair enough.
Yeah, what's a memorable match they've had? Like, what's promos? Like stuff like what I can
go back and say,
Are we talking about individual? Well,
if we're talking about that, then we can talk about Undertaker and Boss Man at WrestleMania.
I was just about to say
You know what I'm saying?
that.
We can actually talk about big match, and that's a very big match.
But that's part of their history though. That happened during.
Well, I mean, when I mean factions that, for example, name an Evolution tag team match that you can remember off head right now. I better match up.
I'll be honest, I can't.
What an Evolution tag team match?
Rock and Sock at WrestleMania 20. That's basic.
Okay.
The thing is, what you need to understand Evolution. But you need to understand this Evolution really kind of thrived of them becoming single competitors, and when they were a group, they just beat up people.
Yeah.
No, not really.
Yes. What else did they do?
Like Rock and Sock, bro, they got thumped as well, bro. It's only that Mick Foley flopped in the end, and that's why they lost. That's why they won.
Yeah.
I was trying to say, they never used to go out and stomp people like bam. Like it wasn't
Of course
like,
they did.
It wasn't like the Steiner brothers where they went out and knocked people off.
Evolution were knocking people off.
No, they were. Evolution
were knocking people off. 150 million.
Think of Scott Steiner. They put money on Scott Steiner, beating him up endlessly.
They put money on Goldberg's head, and he was done by the end of the night.
Here's Goldberg now.
Come around, bro. Like, come in. Come in. Drop your stuff here and come around. Yeah, big up, lads. Just entered the building.
Come on.
Crips walking on the floor.
That's calm, bro. Yeah. You're gonna share a mic with you with Charlie Charles or Blacks, yeah. But yeah, what like I was saying, Ministry. Bro, were they really a good faction? Like,
So we're talking about factions. So what do you think the best factions are?
He's gonna say DX.
In all of WWE.
He's got to do it.
Degeneration.
I told you.
But you know what? I wouldn't disagree though.
It's not- it's not
I
though.
wouldn't disagree.
You know what?
No, I agree, DX.
I wouldn't disagree.
I know what my one is, and I know it's a recent time, but I can explain why. My favorite faction, one of the most impactful ones, is the Shield.
I was going to stop
Because
I could agree on that.
because okay, so the timing of it, even when they formed, you had the CM Punk thing going on. You had even Ryback. They took out someone as dominant as Ryback, made him look like a little man because he's a little man now. And the matches, how many matches? The TLC match they had, their debut match together was one of the best matches, best debut
Straight
matches.
Shield, this one.
And
You
with
had
the
the best-
Shield, factions hadn't been done for a little while.
I
And-
can't lie, the Shield.
Like they're very memorable trio, very memorable, and they've all gone to have success and WrestleMania moments, and even in other companies like AEW. That's 3 stars were built who we didn't know about or locally knew about.
True.
Came and within a year, everyone knows about them.
No, the Shield
One is
really bad.
one is main
I
event
have to
WrestleMania
admit.
on Sunday.
No, the Shield.
That's
I'm saying,
You know what?
and their matches and their promos, the way they were doing promos was different. It wasn't coming out to the crowd that was behind in the warehouse. It was so unique at the time of where WWE was at the time.
Come through the crowd as well.
It was, the entrance hadn't been done.
Anyone
Like,
that comes through the crowd, they're fan favorites.
they're definitely,
When Edge used to do it back in the day.
yeah.
Who was Edge a part of? Just wanted to
That's
know.
what made everyone love Edge.
It's not.
Just wanted to know. Just wanted to know.
But okay.
And they used to come through the ring, you know? They used to come through the ring. Just wanted to know.
The question I want to ask you.
People don't say it's all right.
The question I want to ask you though.
The ministry,
question I want to ask you
it
though.
just keeps on going back to it. So it's fine.
Were you looking out for Edge then? Were you looking out for Edge then?
I knew someone was going to mention someone from the ministry. It was going to happen. It was going to happen.
Come on.
Oh, wait, Edge was
That was
part of-
stretched.
Of course.
I was going to mention.
Of course, the
Ministry got
and
big.
Gangrel.
Who, do you know?
What, you want to keep on going? JBL? Farouk? What, you want to keep on going?
Midian, don't forget Midian.
Midian. Come on.
man.
Come on, man.
Hey, do you know what I was gonna say?
He's European champion, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was European champion.
Made a big impact.
No, Midian was a victim. I can't lie. He was.
Yeah, do you
Yeah,
know
he was the guinea pig.
when people go through crowds, I feel like it. I don't know. It automatically makes them go over, fam.
Oh, yeah,
Like,
definitely.
I remember because I watched. I had a cassette back in the day. VHS Pappy talking right now.
Come on.
And I remember I said it before. I don't know if it was before. We had bushwhackers, and they've come through the crowd to the ring. Yeah, fam. You know how over these men were.
Yeah.
Grown adults were telling them to lick my head, and he was putting his armpits. They were putting the armpits on people's heads.
That man had tap.
Fam, man, them were allowing it. Like, saying, "Yeah, do it to me, fam."
Yeah.
Them man were over to another level.
Going through crowds is what made, so you know the Bret Hart and Stone Cold match at WrestleMania 13.
Oh yeah,
The first 5 minutes of that was in the crowd.
Yeah.
When you see Stone Cold take that beer off the guy.
Yeah.
It's just like, and they were just going nuts. And I think the sort of the crowd visual and that's what got them over.
Yeah.
And that double switch work.
Definitely.
You see wrestlers coming through the crowd, it's something different. When Sandman comes through the crowd,
ECW man, he's come through the crowd all the time,
bro.
And he sounds there like that. Nah, it's mad.
But it's fan interaction, isn't it?
People's drinks
Yeah.
and drinking it in the crowd.
Yeah.
And then you got Tommy Dreamer as well. When he comes through the crowd, he's coming
Dreamer.
with a bin full of weapons.
Dreamer was the way.
Anyone that comes to the crowd is completely. That's.
Well, Moxley's doing it now.
Moxley's doing
Exactly.
it
It's the
now.
same
Fam,
thing.
it's so sick when he comes to the crowd.
And I love like when you see him like in the backstage.
The backstage,
arena,
yeah.
Like that's vibes.
You know what I think I used to like as well? You see back in the day when you see big boy pay-per-views like game, like you know, like we have Super Sundays for football.
Yeah.
I feel like Stone Cold used to do this thing back in the day where you see him at the back, like the cage, just putting a wall on his head, and he comes out. He got to the camera, the main thing, and he comes out, fam. You know how gassy that is, bro.
But the camera's following him.
The camera's following him, yeah. He's in the back doing this like that, and after, nah.
Oh, but they prep up to go to the... Yeah.
And after, at the same time, Goldberg was doing that as well, so people were trying to compare, people were trying to say Goldberg was copying or something like that.
Yeah, they should say,
Fam,
yeah,
it was
they were
nuts.
like-
It was nuts. But yeah, back to WrestleMania week. Today is NXT TakeOver. We've got day 1, we've got day 2 after. What matches are you looking forward to? Obviously, we've done our prediction shows. We've done our prediction.
Yes, ask the
video
guests.
that's dropped. But what match are you looking forward to, bros?
100% the tag team match. I think that's going to be a little bit of a sleeper. I think
Is that MSK versus
MSK, Legado del Fantasma, and Grizzled Young Veterans.
I
I had to watch you, man, for the research. That's what you, man, for the research.
That's the way Del was saying it. My partner girl back there, I said, yeah. I was just like, cool.
Them guys there.
I was rewatching it and started laughing every time he said it. I was thinking, bro.
I was gonna say what? Them MSK. I don't even know MSK. And Grizzled Young Veterans.
But I think just those three teams and the people that are in their teams, it's just going to be 100%. It's just going to go quick. It's going to be nice. And I think a lot of the matches, especially on night one, are going to be like slow brawls. Yeah. I think this has the kind of emphasis to just ramp it up a little bit. I'm gutted it's not a ladder match, and I think it's only not a ladder match because of night two and the cruiserweight. But yeah, I think on night one, either that or Io Shirai and Raquel Gonzalez. I think that's going to be. There's no stipulation on that, is there?
No.
No, I would like to say a little no DQ on that.
I've got a question, real quick, What did you guys think of Oni Loken and Danny Burch as tag team partners? And as
tag
champs?
team partners.
As champs.
I thought they were heavy.
Because I've liked Danny Burch since Martin Stone days. Like,
Martin Stone remind me?
Oh, he on the Indies, he was known as Martin Stone.
Where was he wrestling?
Progress.
Oh gosh. UK based.
Definitely UK based, but there was a time when they was doing TNA boot camp. And he came in, he did a promo, and from then I just remember him. So he's a good promo, and he's a good wrestler too. He was usually like just dropping to the stars during the beginning of NXT. Like James Storm's debut match was against him. But when I saw him tag with Oni Loken, I was happy for him. So when he got injured, I'm worried, thinking that's it. You're gonna come back. He's just gonna drop it to the stars. But I wanted to know if you guys ever like took note to him, if you thought, or even their run themselves. What do you think?
For me, I think the whole storyline with what's his name, Pat. What's his name? Pat McAfee.
Oh, that was sick.
Like, and that's the only reason they really got the titles was because of that whole Undisputed Era thing. And I feel like that actually took away from them actually being the work rate guys and doing it. Like it was more just a storyline thing. And I don't know. Did they even defend them?
I can't remember how they even lost him.
Well, he didn't. It's because he got injured.
He got injured.
Yeah. So, but I hope when they come back, maybe main roster. I don't know.
We got to get that thing again where they're like, we got 2 titles and but see what they do with flipping.
Again, I was telling you about stories that
repeating.
go around in circles. Yes,
it is.
exactly.
Yes, that's it.
Yeah.
That's why Sean came out with a ladder, innit? And he gave him the ladder, basically kind of passing on that torch.
Okay.
Oh shit! And they put out the ladder.
Yeah.
That was cool. I liked it.
We got Shawn Michaels, man. Legend in this Mr. WrestleMania.
Just makes me feel like we're just getting all old, man.
So crazy.
100.
Press the thing, yeah. Hit record again. The back. But yeah, where do we yeah. See it.
For those who are not watching the video version, we're just switching up the second camera. Hashtag Wrestling's angles.
Trust me. You're not good with this camera stuff. Hey, you're
I'll go over.
No.
It's that button. The red button.
It's done.
Done with that, right? Hey!
You got it.
You know, we're saying about Shawn Michaels being Mr. WrestleMania. So I was listening to another podcast. Sorry, something to wrestle with. You know, his WrestleMania 12 entrance with the zip.
The zip,
Zip line, yeah.
Do you know Vince McMahon tried that first?
Yeah, I saw pictures of that still.
Yeah, but Vince
saw the
McMahon,
pictures.
a lot of the time actually there was Vince McMahon would do a lot of the stunts. Even Rob,
Gronkowski.
Yeah, we saw that. It's wrong saying the surname.
Yeah, I know.
But you know,
Rob
Vince,
G.
Rob G, there we go. But yeah, Vince actually just
Tried it,
tried the stunt normally.
Yeah, it is. Vince does that so his wrestlers can trust his process.
Yeah.
I heard that
makes
Shawn
sense.
Michaels initially didn't want to do the zipline thing.
So he's saying, I'll do it to try it.
Yeah.
He's always said that though. He's always said like, there's nothing I wouldn't expect my superstars to do that I wouldn't do.
Yeah.
At least that's one good thing about him, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
But would Vince McMahon eat worms?
Maybe.
Vince McMahon would eat worms?
Probably. That's
We
some good
don't
shit.
know.
Boogeyman.
Behind closed doors, we don't know, innit?
That's behind closed doors. Vince
Pick up Vince.
He ain't trying to tarnish his image.
No, trust me, fam. That's jokes.
The one thing he's yet to do is jump off a hell in himself. He's put his son through it.
No, but he's done for a cage though.
Off the side of it.
Yeah,
Off the
some
side of the
Valentine's
Day match.
That was a nasty
He's
bump.
been in a Hell in a Cell match.
That didn't look good.
Yes.
And
Oh, the one against DX.
DX,
Yeah, with the Big Show.
Yeah.
They put him in
I
Big
used to
Show's
get paid
ass.
though, man. There was one, I think it was a WrestleMania match, yeah. I think, no, was it WrestleMania against Hulk Hogan or Shawn Michaels, yeah? And Shawn or Hogan has hit him with the steel chair. And you know, it's happened bare
Street
times.
Fight from WrestleMania 19.
Yeah, that one. And the what do you call it? The lip of the chair. Do you see where you sit back and after that?
Oh yeah.
It's he's got his head trapped in it and it's sliced hair. Do you remember that?
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Same happened to Eddie.
That's happened to Cody as well,
Happened
wasn't it?
to Undertaker as well.
Yeah, and Cody
Yeah.
back in AEW when
Sean Spears.
Sean Spears sung the chair.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So the wrestlers are not hitting it. They're not hitting the seat on the face. They're hitting the top part.
So
That's
it's too
like-
high.
Yeah, it's too high.
Man.
It's nuts, man.
I think now I understand why he banned them chair shots.
Yeah, no, but I feel like you got to hit it right. And I think
Yeah.
what Roy Johnson said as well is perfect, bro. If someone's taking a steel chair, it was us when we was going home.
Yeah.
It was like, you got to take it. You can't say no. You can't even wait for even what's it, kendo sticks. You got to take it.
Do you remember the chair shot The Rock gave to Ken
That
Shamrock?
Oh, yeah.
that was bad.
Oh my days. That's,
I think
The Rock was bad at chairs
I
back
think
in the day,
Undertaker
though.
must have gave some. Was it?
was it
As a
Mr.
res-
Kennedy?
Yeah.
Mr. Kennedy.
Oh, Kennedy, yeah,
Mr.
finished him.
Kennedy.
Finished him.
Bro.
I said that was backstage heat.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't to do with
Yeah.
backstage heat, but I think it was a receipt or something like that.
I'm thinking,
I think Mr. Kennedy. I think Mr. Kennedy must have done something mad
Yeah.
to Undertaker, and then Undertaker's like, "All right, kid."
Bam. I can't lie. When it comes to getting receipts from Undertaker, you're
Yeah.
pissed because Stephen Randy Orton. He said, "You Randy Orton bust up his head."
Yeah.
that's when he ripped the lip of his
Yeah.
head.
Yeah.
Undertaker was like, "Yo, but after next time I have a match, you owe me a receipt, fam." The first couple minutes of the match, Randy was bust open,
Yeah, Undertaker
Yeah.
just
bust him up.
And you're it's not even one of them ones where you're like, I'm gonna call in sick tomorrow at work.
You can't. I've never seen the rest of calling sick.
I'm not having it today.
I'm having it today. Vince will say, "What? You're sick?" Hey, we got some medics down here. They'll sort you out.
Randy Orton almost did for WrestleMania 21. So his match with The Undertaker in LA.
Oh, yeah,
Where it was his birthday.
Yeah.
Oh,
He went out the night
to wave,
before,
didn't it?
got mashed up.
Yeah.
And they were waiting for him the next day at rehearsals, and his dad was there. Just went,
Yeah, him Steamboat and all them lot.
Yeah, they're waiting for him. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was
That's
mad.
mad.
That was mad. Obviously this week, speaking of Randy Orton, we had the Broken Skulls session. I don't know if you guys watched it with Randy Orton.
one of the
Yes,
best
I have.
the
ones.
best ones I've seen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is.
One of the best ones I've seen yet. Randy Orton, he's last. He's the last of that generation.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah,
The
facts.
last one left. Remind me if there's anyone else that's left in that generation. To correct myself, F&E now. Like, there's no one else.
Mysterio to an extent.
Yeah, Mysterio.
But Mysterio.
Well, I guess he started earlier.
Yeah, it's
But
Mysterio.
he's active,
Mysterio's
but he's still
gone.
active.
Yeah.
Mysterio's gone and come though. He hasn't stayed. Do you remember I said this last time?
Yeah, but we have to say who's still left.
But
Yeah.
Mysterio-
You talk about who's
in,
left.
in WWE, it's literally all.
It's just Orton. Orton's
Yeah,
the
if-
last
if
one.
Orton and
Back
Mysterio.
consistently.
Mysterio's still there though. So that's
But-
Yeah,
Mysterio's there,
Mysterio.
but he's gone and done his rounds, bro.
Mm.
Randy Orton's been there for.
But take away the
but
fact that he was
we're
there for that era though.
Yeah, he's
You know what I
definitely-
mean?
That's what I'm saying. We have to. The
And he's still
era.
active, yeah.
Yeah, Mysterio and Orton. I'm trying to think of who else.
Is it a smoking skull with John Cena?
Natalia. Would you say
It
Natalia?
isn't. No.
Is it the one with John
Later.
Cena?
No, not yet.
Natalia come
Later,
06.
yeah.
Okay.
Just seems a full-fledged Hollywood star at the moment. Apparently he's gonna. There's a surprise return at WrestleMania, and also.
I don't think he can make it.
I don't think. Yeah, it's a myth, man.
We'll see.
But yeah, Randy Orton's Smoking Soul session was amazing.
Yeah, it was. I liked it.
Very
Well,
insightful.
Yes.
What did I learn? Did you guys learn anything new?
I learned that.
I learned that West Ham was 3-0 up because I switched it. I put that on.
Hey, West Ham was smashing it, man. Jesse Lingard's on it, by the way.
I was like, hang on, let me go.
I've just learned how.
This is good.
I've just learned how fortunate Randy Orton's been in the industry. Do you know what I mean? Just very, very fortunate. Right place at the right time, it looks like. And big up Cowboy Bob Orton for giving him that paveway, you know? Just kind of shows that you need to leave a good imprint on the world, you know? Which, you know, future kids can just
I think.
do the thing.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, Michael Hayes gave him the RKO.
Yes.
No, Michael.
Okay,
Yes,
Michael-
it was DDP and Michael
It
Hayes.
was meant to
No,
be-
Johnny Ace.
Johnny
it was the
Ace,
Ace cutter.
The Ace cutter,
And John
Ace cutter,
Laurinaitis.
yeah.
It was John Laurinaitis
Yeah,
originated the Ace
Ace
cutter.
cutter.
Yeah, because
Ace
Michael
cutter.
Hayes made the stunner.
the stunner. Sorry, he made
Yeah, the stunner was
Stone
Kevin
Cold said that.
Owens. Yeah, for Kevin Owens.
Yeah.
No, for Stone Cold.
For Stone Cold.
What?
He made
Michael Hayes made the stunner for
Oh yeah,
Stone
Michael
Cold.
Hayes made the stunner for Stone Cold. Yes.
He had the money sleeper, innit?
Yes, you're right.
$1 Million Dream.
Yes, you're right. You're right. Yeah, Orton just basically just asked Johnny. And
No, Johnny approached him, right? Approached him from Johnny said, I think because his finisher before was the flatline, and he said he
it hurt his shoulder.
The overshoot.
Down the shoulder.
Just as he was getting going, bang.
I can see it.
Flatliner did not look effective.
It didn't, man.
Was it called overdrive as well?
Oh, overdrive.
Yeah.
Oh, that one.
Yeah,
I thought that was cold back in the day, especially on games.
Yeah.
The thing is, you know what makes me laugh, because obviously they were talking about how afterwards when they wanted to try and make a name, and Vince was walking And obviously, everyone does Vince's accent. It's so funny how everyone
I do Vince's accent.
It's so funny. Like, it's like, yeah, I can't remember what he said. What he's
How you doing,
said,
pal?
Yes. Something like that. Anyway, he's like, yeah, that's good. And then just walked off and just said, yeah, RKO. You know what I mean?
And even another thing
RKO.
as well that really like resonated with me in the whole interview was the fact that he was saying that how last year's WrestleMania at the Performance Center, he and Edge was the only one that really had a match that really didn't need crowd. Because everyone else was in the ring and he said he said he felt stifling because of how hard it was because you had basically nothing. There was not even no like fake crowd noise. It was just you can hear
silence.
that silence. So he's now gone in the backstage and we know as wrestling fans when they go backstage you don't really hear the crowd as much.
Yeah.
You just hear the wrestlers from like going hammer and tongs in it. So yeah, like I do really deep that in.
And it was a story they were telling in that match as well, even though it went on quite a bit.
Yeah,
went for a long
was
time.
bit,
Yeah, very long match. But you see, we're talking about Broken Skull. You said it's the best. I think it's not the best.
True.
But the best is yet to come.
Oh, the best.
Because as you've seen,
Mercy, drop the news. Come on,
you guys
newsflash.
saw the day after April Fool's, so we know it's Lidge.
Yeah.
AEW star Chris Jericho is going to be doing Broken Skull on Sunday with Steve Austin.
Yep.
That needs a round of applause.
Someone said the forbidden doors is open. It's open.
But who opened the?
But you know, it's
Apparently,
So,
go on.
so it's a mixture. Many people
many
open it in that. Yeah. Everyone tried to.
Many things have been pulled.
Yeah.
Many strings.
Many strings have been pulled. And the door kind of went.
Triple H can't cut one of these.
Yeah, he can't.
it just shows Jericho's one of the greatest. Man. You must be out of your mind. Seriously.
No, but
Because so Stone
I
Cold.
saw that. I thought I was photoshopped.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
No, it
thought
couldn't be Photoshop, man. How can you
You
Photoshop?
look at the Jack Daniel Bryan thing,
it.
making
Yeah.
it.
Daniel Bryan one.
Make it triple threat.
Yeah, I see that.
That's jokes. So how happened? So it's after the Undertaker, the one with the Undertaker. That was a really good one as well.
That's
the
my
Undertaker
favorite one so far. to be
yeah.
honest with
That
you,
made me
you know.
love JD
Biased.
again.
But after that, Jericho got in contact with Stone Cold and said, "Good shit," basically. And then they got talking, and then they were like, "How about we try and get you on Broken Skull?" So Stone Cold texts Vince and he says, "I've this badass idea. Let's go, Jericho." And Vince is like, "Yeah, cool." But the thing is, because Stone Cold is like, they don't really have a great rapport when it comes to things on the phone. So he laid out exactly, is it okay to get Chris Jericho on the podcast? And he just did a thumbs up. So it's legit. And
but
also,
Vince-
big up to Tony Khan, because Tony Khan also was in favor of it as well.
Of course they would.
So many people of power have made it easy for this to happen.
So what got pulled again?
So the strings got pulled. Tony Khan went, Vince went, and now we're here.
But you see, collaborations like that is good for the wrestling industry as a whole. Do you know what I mean? You have to keep it evolving.
Charlie, what I said to you off podcast. I feel like WWE have nothing to worry about no more.
No.
Like, the whole because obviously back in the day when WCW was there, it was a complete different ballgame. WCW, they're basically on the same two billionaires going at each other, millionaires going at each other, and just going, you know what I mean? But AW's in their lane, WWE's in their lane, unless AW do a Mazzoline and get Brock Lesnar and get one of the biggest stars in WWE and move them to their side. And after they go Monday and Fridays, that's when it's a war.
I just don't think they need to.
I don't think they do, but they don't need to.
Stay in your
And
lane,
would
man.
people want to see
Behave yourself, bro. Behave yourself. Behave yourself. Behave yourself.
McDonald's, you know McDonald's.
Behave yourself.
McDonald's. You can't defeat McDonald's.
Versus the calm wrestling. This is what we call a calm wrestling fan. He doesn't want the beef. He just wants it to be, AW there, WWE there.
It's
Stay
good.
away.
That's what I said.
I don't want that. I want beef.
No, that's why you have McDonald's, you have
Nah,
PFC.
it's not about. See, don't you love? Hold on, wait.
It's true.
Don't you love when he goes, "Oh, we don't need to compare when it comes to ministry and all these things." But anything else, oh, Undertaker WWE. Oh, they got it.
But you know me, I'm proudly biased.
Let the
Anything
record
with
show.
Pete
Let
Dunne
the
or the
record show.
Undertaker, I'm biased straight away. That's it.
I'll be dead real with you that I'm not really. I was joking about the whole beef thing. I like the fact that there's no real competition there. The fans online want that just to keep things exciting and stuff. And I respect that, but it's nice at the end of the day that things are all like, everyone's just like,
Yes.
Yeah, of course.
It's the thing, because even the fact that New Japan put up the post about Jushin Thunder Liger receiving the WWE Hall of Fame, that was a nice touch.
And they referenced New Japan in the promo.
Yeah, they even referenced UFW.
They've referenced New Japan and Sasha Banks' Broken Skull.
But that's only because of recent. That's only recent. I didn't see that back in the day.
Yeah.
But wrestling's
But even the
better.
fact that Sasha managed to go to Japan. and train there. When she was going through a depression, she trained there for I think a couple months actually.
I didn't watch it.
Yeah. Sasha was gone for a minute. So the time where she left the industry for a minute, she was training in Japan all that time when she was gone. And everyone thought, why is Sasha Banks talking mad about the company and stuff like that? She was going through depression.
Yeah, she
went
went
through
into
that depression. She just went. She teamed up. I can't remember who the wrestler is in Japan. NK was who it is.
Well, she teamed up with them. Yeah?
No, she was just training with them. With that bare Japanese wrestlers. Female.
But this is what I'm saying. No, you
woman. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Either way.
You can't say that no more. I don't get podcast council.
Don't get demonetized.
Let's move on. With wrestling though, wrestling is better when there's options. Not just for the fans, but for the wrestlers themselves.
This guy's giving us for time. Versus for mayor.
Come on, man. Mask man for mayor.
If I don't like WWE, I can go to my other girl. MLW.
From the beginning,
yeah. My other girl.
NWA.
NWA, yeah.
I don't know.
Them two. AW wasn't there at the time, innit?
Yeah, man.
Well, yeah, man.
Options are good.
I think when Sasha went to New Japan, she should have stirred the pot a little bit. Like, take a picture of a New Japan wrestler.
I think she did.
She did.
What? She did, yeah.
Yeah, she uploaded a picture in front of the Tokyo Dome.
Yeah.
And
that's when everyone was thinking, what the hell's going on?
Yeah.
So, okay.
I like that because I like it when the fans don't know what's happening in the industry.
That's when it's good.
Everyone right now,
You make
if
it
wanna
kayfabe.
find out
And that's the
something-
issue.
But that's
They
the
think
problem.
They know
It's just the problem with the
Yeah.
industry, yeah. Like, it's not kayfabe no more. And it really pisses me off because I like that kayfabe nostalgia. Like, I don't like to see too much realism. Like, I'm sorry, I don't. Like,
What do you mean realism?
Like, even with the wrestlers having social media, I don't even like that.
Yeah, you want them to stay in
I
character.
want them staying in character,
there's
bro.
ways which they can use their social media. I feel
There's-
Yes,
Bray Wyatt.
ways in
Bray
which you
Wyatt.
can use their
Another
social
thing
media.
as well, yes, deep as this year. Forget that Chris Jericho returned. Chris Jericho went to WWF. And when did Chris Jericho debut at WWF? 2000.
99.
Chris Jericho debuted at WWF now, and he uses Twitter to like reveal these secrets. Every day will be like
A code, basically.
day 2, day 3, day 4. Then when it's about to release, bam, Y2J on the Twitter, then on WWF. Fam, do you know how sick that would
They'll
be?
go
fam?
off, especially
So I
the
can't-
millennium.
Yeah, no, I agree.
I feel like
Especially during the millennium.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I'm saying it wrong.
Imagine
Going all over the place
if you
today.
had social media. Imagine if you had social media during NWO days. Thingy, what? When The Rock was moving wild with Stone Cold Steve Austin, fam.
Oh,
It'll be
yeah,
like a
yeah.
classic. Do you know?
There'll be some wrecky tweets. I have to start apologizing the next day, bro.
Mad tweets, bro.
Yeah,
mad
but
tweets.
Rocky might be he's being pushed.
Fam.
You know, like,
You know, there'll be no chill. There'll be no chill in
People
it.
like, I swear that's that side man rocking my video that used to be part of the thing. Bro, people will be saying some mad stuff, bro. It's just that obviously the time there with that internet, but I thought that social media works.
You mentioned New Japan, yeah. Speaking of New Japan, can we talk about the
I'm gonna go, yeah,
IWGP
we're gonna go.
belt?
Let's talk about that
Can we
now.
talk about that championship?
Take me there. Nathan was talking.
I'm gonna say this, yeah. I felt like that championship, the original one, was one of the best belts
Yeah.
ever.
I think the
It's
new
a
one's
beautiful-
moving like the Divas.
Bro, I was gonna say that. You don't say the Divas belt.
They've got a new belt.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like Cody's tattoo.
Yeah.
Let's go. Do you know,
100%.
am I fair to say that? Okay, cool. The belt design may not like some people might not like it, but I feel like it still looks important.
I don't think so because I think what they've done, obviously they've unified
You're both
the world and the Intercontinental,
yeah.
which seems counterproductive because you're taking away a whole
It doesn't
division.
even make sense. Yeah.
Mhm.
So everyone's gonna be fighting for that one.
And I do think even if you have the prestige of a title, it's still got to look good.
I think it looks
100%.
good.
Do you know what I mean? Nah.
It looks like a toy.
It looks
Looks
like
like
a
Stardom.
midweight, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Let me see this. Can someone show me
It
this
looks like a
title?
midweight.
Yeah,
Best
someone got the
belt
title.
ever. Winged Eagle.
Which one's that?
Honorable mention, Undisputed Championship. Undisputed Championship in 2002.
Wait, which
That was a
one?
sexy
That
belt.
was a-
That was a sexy belt.
Actually, they're a championship you lot love.
No, Ruthless Aggression. Oh, what are you talking about?
Which ring championship you lot talking about?
Yeah.
The one that Stone Cold had.
WWF, the
WWF.
one that
Actually, they're
Macho Man.
Much of
Oh.
Yeah, that
Oh,
was
the gold era, golden era.
Yeah.
I call it
Okay.
Bret Hart's belt.
Okay.
Bret Hart's belt.
Go on. Hogan's. Okay, yeah.
Even Bret Hart
man.
knows it himself, bro. But yeah,
So this is the new belt.
I seen you belt there. Obviously, I'll put the image.
Yeah, that's
Hold on,
What
the
is
camera.
going on?
It is straight away.
It's not.
Just glancing at it.
I
It's
don't
not-
know.
you know what I'm
The
saying?
old ones were like weighty, man.
The old
Yeah.
one looks nice, but I'm like, bro, I feel like it still looks important. Let give it time to grow on you, fam.
It's still it's
Nah,
important
nah,
simply
yeah.
because of the company's social.
Thank you. It's the
That's the importance. As long as
Yeah.
it says IWGP,
Yeah,
on
it looks
it's
important.
Yeah, yeah.
but the belt
It looks
itself.
like a mid card.
It's not like they've flipping 24/7 the champ 24/7.
No, but it's close.
It's
Oh,
close.
come on.
It's close,
Come
bro.
on, that's
I wouldn't go that
That's harsh.
far.
That's harsh. That's harsh.
No,
They put in a lot of work in
V's
that
right.
movie.
That's harsh.
No, look, listen. I can say my opinion.
V's right.
I'm not crapping on their work, but as in my opinion, I don't feel like that looks like an important title. The company is important, but it doesn't look.
Tiny as well.
Yeah, man.
But it's
No, enough, nah, man.
Listen,
Nah,
guys,
man.
it will grow on you.
It's not gonna grow.
Let me tell you something.
It won't
The
grow,
same way when they took off the World Heavyweight Championship belt, yeah.
Bro, I still don't
the
like
Scum
it. I've
belt,
just
yeah.
firmed it.
I just don't even like the
That's
new
it,
World
the World
Heavyweight
Championship is the most.
I don't even like the new World Heavyweight Championship WWE have. I don't even
100%.
like their title. It's poo.
But it's grown on you though. It's grown on you.
No,
When you see it,
you just
man,
firm
it's
it.
credible with it.
I've had to tolerate it.
Thank you.
You got to
I've had
follow
to
it.
tolerate
There's all of that
Universal
branding.
title.
First and foremost,
The Universal title. The Universal title.
That's a
It's
dead
like
title.
Power Ranger. Red. One. Well, you know what I mean? Raw
Hey, the
is
question we
red.
need to ask here. The big question we need to ask here. Do you even watch New Japan Pro Wrestling?
But you know what? Yeah. Wait, stop. So wait. But you know what? I know enough titles to judge that enough. When was the last time you lot both watched New Japan?
Bro, what's that again?
Last week, Ibushi versus flipping
Okay, who's
Tell me another match. Tell me another match.
Bro, the champion. Who do you know the champion is right now? Do you know the champion is right now?
Ibushi versus
Off what? Twitter?
No,
Off
do you-
Twitter?
no,
Ibushi
bro.
versus Tanahashi.
Is it- was it
Alright,
Tana-
cool.
was it-
Tell me the
was it-
finish
was
of
it
that
him?
match.
Was
The
Tanahashi?
Stormbreaker.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Him versus helmet, hot tag.
That's how you win the match, innit?
So wait,
It's fine.
who did Ibushi beat again to win the championship against Tanahashi? Yeah, I watched it.
No, it's fine.
No,
You watched it.
Tanahashi.
Was Sakura
No,
winning?
he beat
Naito. Sorry, Naito.
No,
and he
it's
lost
good.
it. He lost
Because
it.
Naito had the jewel.
Yeah,
The Jew, yeah.
And he's lost
I
it.
don't watch New Japan. Me, I'm WWE.
See, he's arguing for no reason.
No, but just the championship.
I was playing.
No, you're not trying it.
Go.
This guy's going through Stacey Hill. Look at your picture, bro. Keep changing.
Guys, you see the New Japan title? It's coming home.
Yeah, of course.
It's come home already.
Yeah, we know this already.
For those that don't know,
Is it
New Japan expert. Go New Japan expert. New Japan expert. Do you see your tour? Man, that same
But the
energy.
thing is, I'm thinking of the British wrestlers, the only two British wrestlers who I know. Zack
Who?
Sabre Jr. and
Oh, it was Zack in
who's
it.
the other one?
It was Zack in it. Zack won the
Who's the
championship,
other
innit?
one?
Ospreay.
Offspring.
Yeah, but it was Zack in it. I swear.
Osprey.
Off-white.
Yeah, but Offspring.
No, I swear Zack that won the championship.
Chidey.
Hey, Blacks, I swear it's so, Zack Saber's a new champion, isn't it?
I don't know.
I don't do
I don't know. It's cool. You know what? If I start watching my wrestling, properly, I'm
gonna
telling you,
VAR.
coming for me.
MK's got mad at home. He's like, hey, what's going on?
But yeah, big up Will Ospreay for winning he's the second. What we call it? Is it the world heavyweight? Is it heavyweight now? What is it? What's the name of it?
It's
just. I think it's
What's the
the world
correct name?
heavyweight
I need F&E, man.
World heavyweight champion.
Well, he's the second world heavyweight champion of
I don't know
the
what
new
it's called.
IGP.
He's the first British one.
First British one.
No, but that's a whole new title. That's a whole new
It's a
history.
whole new lineage.
Yeah.
So he's the first champion and the first British.
So they cleared the lineage.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
done.
Oh, what? I used to like the videos at the
Lineage
beginning. You know when they did
They
the
unified it.
Yeah.
They clip. Hey, that's a bit
no,
mad.
that's mad.
I didn't know that.
They cleared it, yeah.
That's
I didn't.
mad.
Now that title's lost value.
Wait. Question is, how they gonna do the like? They had to clear it.
But
How
did
they
you,
gonna go on.
in the post-match conference, Will said he wants to split the titles again.
Oh really?
What's the point?
Ibushi looks like he just got egg on his face now. Ibushi got egg on his
the
face.
bell's dead. You look like he's like, wait, hold on a minute.
So-
Rewind
Rewind now.
the tape,
So obviously, Ospreay won. Was it Sunday? And Ospreay's gone to like the press conference. You know the press conference.
Oh yeah, what they do when they go crazy and that.
Yeah, Sandman. Yeah. So yeah,
He say he wants to split them again now.
Oh
So what was the point of putting them together?
You know what I'm saying?
yeah, that's
And then clearing the lineage as well.
I don't. That's yeah.
But he did also say he wanted to face Drew McIntyre.
and
CM Punk.
Yeah.
Do you reckon Punk will come back?
They're just teasing it.
He's looking old now, man. He's done.
They're just teasing it. The guy lost so many. That's just stop.
Yeah.
I'm not getting on to CM Punk because then he's coming for me. That's all. I'm not-
Why?
See, so
like I said last week, yeah. Do you know what it is? I used to be scared. innit?
Things.
And
I'm
you
not
man-
shook
you-
off Punk.
Yeah, not scared.
I'm not shook off Punk.
I'm not saying shook, but I used to be scared. Like obviously, you man have given me like a bit of like confidence. innit?
Yes,
Because,
bro.
You know, it's just like I feel like some wrestlers need our criticism for them to play on these characters that they play. They need.
No, but the thing is, I can't.
Bro, it's our podcast.
No,
At the end of the day,
They don't need a boost.
I cannot mock CM Punk in the WWE ring. In the wrestling ring, it's impossible. But in UFC, you're poo. That's what I wanted to say. That's
By the end of the day, it's your opinion.
No, of course it's my opinion. Even if he was a rubbish wrestler, I'll say it proudly.
Is that me?
No
Bro,
problem. But I just felt like there was no need for me to mention the UFC thing when it's to do with wrestling.
No, you mentioned
That's
it.
why I've said it now. You know where I'm coming from.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. Sorry.
I get you. But let's go back to WrestleMania and after we'll do Arch Wrestling's. WrestleMania is this Sunday and Saturday and Sunday.
Predictions.
The card, do you know, the card is it's a weird one because I feel like there's a lot of new generational wrestlers on that card. And that's the first time we've managed to like, I'm only saying first time because it's obviously people that we knew have all gone. The first time we've actually seen a whole new generation on the card. And I think last time we had something like that was probably WrestleMania 10. Remind me if I'm wrong.
I saw a tweet earlier, the picture of Undertaker, Triple H and Shawn Michaels from that end of an era match.
Oh, yeah.
And it said, these three, this is the first time they haven't competed at WrestleMania since 1988.
See the Mazzoline.
Number 4.
Wow. See the Mazzoline.
So
See
we've
it.
come now proper full circle where the talent on the card this weekend.
It's
Wow.
really,
Yeah.
completely different. And that's a good thing for us. You know what I mean? We're now entering a new
Fresh
generation.
matchups.
Yeah.
And do you know what's mad as well? Is the fact that after every single WrestleMania, there's always that big reset.
Mm-hmm.
And the new chosen one's going to get introduced.
Yeah.
We're going to discuss who the chosen one is before this podcast ends today.
Okay.
Who's going to be next up? Who's going to be the next title holder? But back to WrestleMania this Sunday and Saturday. Just give a brief prediction on what's going to happen. Anyone? Just give me any matches.
You go for the matches.
Yeah, if you can, yeah. We'll try and do it in like 10 minutes. But yeah, WrestleMania this Saturday and Sunday. Watch it on BT Sport Box Office. I was going to say Sky. BT Sports Sky Box Office.
Oh.
BT Sports Office. That's a mad collaboration.
Yeah.
And after you can watch on WWE Network if you've got the thing. Pay for it.
Peacock. Peacock for your American people.
Yeah.
Well,
I wouldn't watch it legally, man, because people done it
VPN, I
last
don't
year
know.
and it was messing up on
What,
their
they can't
side.
do VPN, no?
No, you can do VPN, but you don't be watching the wrestling late. What you gonna say, bro?
so one of the matches I'm looking forward to is obviously Bianca and Sasha.
Yes.
You have to.
That needs to be the main event of night one.
Heavily
Needs to be the main
invested
event.
in that
Can I-
stuff.
can I-
Even my sisters, like, I was two black women fighting. I was like, no, don't look at it like that. It was like they're fighting for us.
That's that.
And it's a big thing, bro. It's a big thing.
That's my gripe on the whole thing, though. I feel like the build to this match has not been.
It's been
as
poor.
great.
It's been
There's not. We don't actually know what they're fighting for.
But has any of the builds in WrestleMania been?
I want to get to that.
Sorry.
I feel like Braun Strowman and Shane McMahon's.
Oh my
It's been
god.
poo. It's been poo. But when look.
I can understand.
WWE, I'll tell you why. WWE Wizards, yeah. When that promo vignette drops before the match, you're gonna be like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah, I hear you.
That's the reason why.
Oh,
they're
like,
beefing.
I've
But as you
seen
don't just
the
say that, you know what I'm saying?
Do you know what I mean? Do you got what I mean, fam? Come on, man.
Yeah.
And Nathan, do you agree with me or what, bro? Come on, speak up.
Nah. Because literally what you just said is your pinnacle is all right. Like, come on.
Okay,
you
okay.
expect
I
more
wanna
from
say more,
WrestleMania,
yeah.
man.
Yeah.
You know what? I understand because of the times.
COVID,
innit?
COVID thing.
I just fully. It's a COVID. It's the COVID era which we're in. WWE are not going to put too much. Not effort.
No,
but
it's
like,
not.
They're putting effort.
We
At least they got fans.
It's not.
They got
No,
fans
but
this time.
this is
At
not.
least they got fans.
No, it's true.
And they ain't got to take a test or quarantine, so that could be a matters.
Oh shit, they don't. Why?
Nah, no test, no quarantine.
Oh, new rules on Florida now.
Well, basically, when they done the Super Bowl at Raymond James Stadium in January,
Yes.
that was the first tester event with a crowd in, and then this is going to be the second tester as well. So basically, everyone in the sports, industry, whatever, all eyes are going to be on WrestleMania,
To see if it bangs.
not to watch the product, but just to see
If
if
it-
it works and that. So
It's a very. This WrestleMania is going to be a weird one because me, for the first time, I'm going to say it. I'm not really kind of looking forward to this one.
really,
The build hasn't. Look.
It's not really-
WrestleMania,
for me,
when
it's not
WrestleMania
really-
comes
It's
around,
not got me.
when WrestleMania comes around, we always know as fans we're going to watch it or we're going to
Yeah.
check it out.
100% I have to
But
watch
we
it,
still have
yeah.
to also admit the build hasn't been good.
So that's something.
The build. Love it.
We see WrestleMania, was it not last year, the year before, WrestleMania 37, when we the fans had to say on who was actually going to main event WrestleMania. I'm talking about COVID.
This 37.
37. I feel like this year, the 37, WrestleMania 37.
This is the first time.
This
So
year.
35, sorry,
Yeah.
where Kofi Kingston won. I feel like this-
Yeah,
I feel like this year we didn't have a say as much. Like it was all like WWE's doing like, cool, we're gonna pick who goes with that. Do you get what I mean?
I guess so, because then they haven't had that organic fan reaction.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the COVID is
So,
just.
yeah,
I'm
it's
This is the first time they've been
They
able
weren't
to
sure
dictate
when they were
what's
gonna
what.
be.
Well, you know, COVID's been pamming bare
Yeah.
wrestling promotions.
Oh yeah.
It hasn't been pammed. It hasn't killed WWE as much. But
No.
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
They had to adapt, but I feel like for them, like Nate was saying, it's worked in their favor because they've been able to be like, oh, no crowd reaction. Yeah, all right, we can dictate who want to be big,
the 40 is 9 action. The 40 is
and
9
we're seeing what WWE looks like when it's their people that they want to be in charge, and I'm varying
How-
results.
How do you reckon if there was a live crowd, how they would react to Roman Reigns now?
They'll cheer.
Oh, fam.
Because they're gonna
You'll
cheer
be
because
anti-hero,
because,
no,
because they've
anti-hero.
been waiting for this.
Yeah,
That's what I would always say. That's what I would always say on the
Sometimes the fans don't know
podcast.
what they want.
No, it's not that. No, it's not that. It's because fans can tell when something's being pushed in their face and
Yeah.
down their throat.
Like Drew. People start booing Drew soon.
People are not feeling
Only because of the
That's
feud with
mad.
Lashley and what they've done in the
It's
last.
not even just
No,
that,
wait,
man.
just because the
Drew
last couple of
starts
weeks.
getting
Just because the last couple of
I want
weeks.
Lashley to win.
Because of the last couple of weeks when they did that thing when he's in the locker room, like punking out all them other dons. Things like that is what Roman used to do years back, and we'd be like, I don't like that because it's not about if you're a good guy, why are you making everyone look like dickheads? So. I still like McIntyre.
No,
I've liked him for years,
100%,
but I
yeah.
do anticipate that there's going to be some boos, especially if he beats Lashley. Because as much as I like McIntyre, it's Lashley's time.
If he beats Lashley.
It's going to be bad.
Because they're going to be in front of a live crowd, it's going to throw it all out. It's
Mhm.
the reaction.
See,
It's
and
like,
you see
why
what,
it's going to be a weird WrestleMania.
and that's what I was saying about we've seen now when it's WWE in this COVID era, they've been able to dictate who they want.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily who we want.
No.
So now we're going to see, they may be like, oh, but Drew's a good guy. And it's like, well, the crowd are like, they want Lashley.
Exactly.
And
Facts.
You know what? You've got a point, you know, because at the end of the day, when we watch these guys wrestle, all we've been hearing is like edited crowd sounds, innit?
yeah, in 2K.
For when to boo, for when to cheer. And now the crowd comes in. I actually have a feeling
This is what I'm saying. It's going to throw it all
I told you, I
out.
feel it too, because me, as a fan, I'm like, I love Drew.
Yeah.
and you know,
It's a bit too much.
bro, it's crazy because you know people, yeah, in general,
And you
when
keep
they're
on winning.
hearing cheers.
You keep on winning though, but you
Yeah.
keep on winning. When have you actually lost?
He's lost.
He's lost what?
Randy and Roman.
yeah.
He's lost.
Randy,
what?
Roman,
Yeah, but
Miz.
at a big
Well,
event
yeah,
like
at the big
this.
events though, but sometimes you just want to see an upset sometimes.
I reckon you're going to get like
Sometimes you just want
Chicago
that.
crowd, like a WrestleMania 22
It's
crowd.
gonna be-
remember?
Yeah, trust me.
No, but
even
Yeah.
if he loses, even if he I'll say even if he does lose, it's like it's not gonna. Do you know what I mean?
It won't affect Drew.
Yeah, it's
No, it's not going to
No,
affect him at all.
But WWE gonna make him win. WWE gonna make him win regardless because he wants him to win in front of a crowd. He does,
And that's what I'm saying, I feel for him.
WrestleMania win,
But you got to feel for him though.
He won it in an empty
held it
room.
up.
In the empty.
He held it up.
He held it down during the COVID time, bro.
He did.
So for his case, like denying him to win it, I feel for him. But again, this is the problem they've made because they put on Lashley, who
But
we've
he's
wanted
not-
for
he's not-
years,
he's not gonna
and
be
now you're
fair.
going to take it from him.
He's not gonna be 3
I
times.
bet you know what they're doing as well. The
Yeah,
whole,
but
business
bro, look at
That's a
flipping
swerve.
Randy.
No, Randy's over.
Man's got third. You're saying Drew don't deserve it.
Randy,
You're saying Drew don't deserve it.
Bro,
No, wait.
It's a
Oh, we're having two
swerve.
conversations going on.
Yeah, you don't hide behind
They're going to get her
that.
business back though.
Huh?
You think they're going to get her business back?
It's a swerve them splitting up.
I don't-
It's
Of
a
course
swerve.
it is.
I think so, yeah,
It's a thing. Hit record again. It's a thingy. I feel like the Hurt Business.
Because they brought it up in the Hall of Fame when they speak to him backstage.
Yeah. It's all part of it.
All right, let's go to predictions.
We've got predictions quick enough. We'll get into the thing. John, actually, give me.
So should we go through each match?
Let's predict the first. Let's predict the main events. We've done the main events already, innit?
Have we done the triple threat main event?
No, we haven't.
Let's predict that, and after we'll go into the thing because obviously we've got Ask Wrestling's in it.
Okay.
Yeah, what do you think about that match, bro?
What's your threat?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so happy about that. Okay, I'll tell you what I said about the build. The build that's been great has been a triple threat because it makes logical sense. It
Yeah.
makes logical sense.
Everyone's got a point.
Daniel is my favorite wrestler, but not even just that. Every person has a reason to be in that match and a
100%.
reason.
Okay, it makes sense now.
Anybody
Yeah.
can win it realistically. Edge can win it, and this is a big feel good moment. Even though he's a heel now, Roman can win it, and because he's the head of the table. Daniel can win it because he's
Credible enough.
credible, and because of what's happened between him and
And
Edge,
that's the watchability
and he
of that
legit made Roman tap.
Do you feel like sorry to say, do you feel like WWE blagged their way through this? Do you feel like this was meant to happen?
What, the triple
Well, this setup.
This whole thing of
No, I won't give him credit.
No.
I won't
I
give
can
him credit.
understand the Brian.
I won't give him
Brian
credit.
was talking a lot, saying I haven't got enough time left
No, bro.
I need to
No.
make a statement.
I feel like they blagged it because if this is the case, they could have made Daniel win the Rumble. They could have made him. I thought he should have won the Rumble because he's Edge. He can make a claim. You know what I'm trying to say? So if it's the underdog thing of him being like, he wins the Rumble, he's gone through this, now he's here, and Edge is just like, because if he's now a heel, he could have been like, bro, I'm Edge.
Has Edge won a Rumble before?
Sorry?
Has Edge won a Rumble before?
Yeah, he's won there.
He won the 2010
and 2011. And 20,
Yeah.
So he didn't need to win it.
Okay.
You see what I mean by blagging it, bro? I feel like
They blagged it, bro.
Yeah.
They blagged it.
But yeah.
Who do you think's winning? Let's go. Who do you think's winning?
Hey, Romans leaving with that title.
Roman,
Yeah,
100.
Roman.
This whole
I won't be
tribal chief
upset.
thing
I won't
is
be
like
upset.
it's been built steadily, and don't forget about
Heyman
the
as well.
dimension of Heyman, because it's just like, for some people it's like, you was with Brock Lesnar for a while, fighting against this guy, and then all of a sudden, because there was a bit of distrust there, but as it's gone on in the last 6 months, it's like,
Yes.
there's the added dimension to that Roman needed to get him over.
Do you feel like another thing as well I've clocked with Paul Heyman? Do you feel like Paul Heyman's a complete different manager around?
Yes.
He's more
He's
like,
fearful of
He's
him.
more like a say.
He's more submissive.
He's more like a servant
He's more
He is,
submissive.
yeah.
rather than.
Yeah, because
scared.
Roman's my
He's
boss.
Roman's my boss.
Yeah.
But with Brock Lesnar, he's like, yo, what are you gonna do? I'm Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
What are you not saying? You know what I mean? It's like he's like the little.
You know what it is?
short man
You know what it is?
syndrome.
You know what it is? It's the characters as well, because Lesnar wasn't the brains of the actual thing. It was more of Paul Heyman. Now you've got Roman, who has a brain. You're not outsmarting Roman. You have to be easy in how you even talk. You know, because if you say the wrong thing, he'll shut you up straight away. He'll embarrass you like that.
Do you think he needs Heyman?
It adds to his. It adds.
No,
Doesn't need him, but it
Heyman works.
adds.
No, Heyman works.
Heyman works completely,
If Heyman wasn't talking to Reigns at the beginning, I would have not have been invested. I would not have been as invested, to be honest with you. I wouldn't have. I would have actually been pissed off if he was more of a heel by himself. I wouldn't have. I think with Heyman, it would have hit more. It's hit me more.
Heyman makes him more credible.
Yeah, it's hit me more.
Would you disagree with you?
Well, I was just gonna say, do you think there'll come a moment down the line where it'll just dash him?
Yeah,
That's what
So
I'm
he
gonna
realised he
get
didn't
to.
need
So
him.
listen, I feel like there's gonna be a span in the works, and that span in the works is gonna come before we know it. Brock's gonna say, do you know what? I need to come back.
and after he's been screaming this for a couple of
Listen,
weeks.
Roman Reigns
You
and
don't know
Brock,
his
we're gonna
back,
get that. And after Brock's gonna be like, yo, I need Paul Heyman back. Bounce.
To my point,
Do you get what I mean?
but this trust first, you see,
Bro, you can't trust Paul Heyman all the way, you know. Paul Heyman's a dodgy character, fam. And
Or there might be someone new coming into the industry that might just fuck with Heyman, but we'll see. You never know.
I'm putting wild card for. I'm putting
Parker Badu.
I'm about to say.
Parker Badu.
It could be
wild card.
possible.
Yeah, I'm saying I feel like Daniel could take it by pinning Edge. That's a wild card. That's a wild card because Roman still. Because then what I think, as much as there's a new beginning with WrestleMania, is I don't think this feud's going to kind of end. It's going to split off to something.
Yeah, he's gonna get something
Yeah.
out.
If Daniel gets it, he's splitting off with Edge. If Roman keeps it, he'll fight them individually. If Edge takes it, they're going to go for Edge. So
Is Edge going to hang around after WrestleMania?
Yeah, he's
I can
got
see it.
some contracts in it.
I can see it.
4-year contract.
Do you know
Yes,
what's gonna happen? This was gonna give us that WrestleMania moment. Yeah.
Mhm.
So Edge, Edge is gonna try and spear Daniel Bryan. Before he goes to spear him, Roman Reigns is gonna come in and he's gonna spear Edge. Try to go for the pin, but Daniel Bryan gets up, gives him the kick.
Yes,
What's the
sir.
kick? What's
the knee.
the knee in the face?
Okay.
Pins him 1, 2, and after probably kicks out or something after Edge.
Yeah.
One of them ones, and after someone wins from that.
I feel like as well. Don't forget Jimmy Uso though. I feel like Jimmy.
Is he back from ringside?
I don't know. I feel like Jimmy Uso can play into it, and because he wasn't really too fond of Roman, I could see him like coming in and team up with Jay. They kick the wrong guy. They kick Roman out by accident. Edge comes in and then they take him out, and then Roman's now pissed at them man and whatnot. I don't know, but
Can happen.
You know what's funny about that? When they kick it, they're gonna pause for time and be like,
yeah.
"Oh no!"
Double close on that ring.
Go to the next one, they will be on the next one. They're like,
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. And wrestling makes sense sometimes, bro. But,
I have
yeah.
a feeling in this match, Jimmy and Jay is both going to interfere because I don't know if you remember back in the day when Edge had Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder.
Oh yeah, the Edgeheads.
Yeah.
And then you weren't too sure who was who in it.
Yeah,
I
they're not
kinda
the same,
thought it was
innit?
something
Yeah,
that's going to happen.
Cool. Now it's time for Arts Wrestlings where we ask you. That feels weird me saying this. You, the wrestling community.
I think you should do it to this guy.
Oh, this was you, the wrestling community, to ask us questions. And this week it's themed around WrestleMania. Let's go for the questions now. Before we go for the questions, we're selling our merch on Teespring, so search up, go to Teespring, type in wrestling.
Come on.
T-shirt.
Grab the tees. Grab that.
Cool.
I'm
So,
sorry.
Wrestling's
I'm
merch.
sorry. We got new merch coming soon.
Come on, let's
New
speak it.
merch
Put
coming.
energy in it.
Wait, let's start again. Sam, say I'm sorry. You know how you say I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You know, you have to get into that moment, that emotion. I'm sorry.
We got new merch coming.
You know what, yeah? My bro. That's the new merch. I'm sorry.
That's a t-shirt, right?
I'm sorry.
Right, cool. Question. Do you know what's mad? We didn't have no questions until obviously we done a little bit tweet today and the questions came up again. But yeah, big up WrestleManiac, our brother Mex. He dropped a question saying, what is one WrestleMania match outcome that you would change?
Out of what? Oh, but mine's easy, bro. Booker T, Triple H, bro. Easy.
One WrestleMania.
Outcome that you would change.
Booker T versus Triple H.
All time.
Number 90, because he was meant to win.
He was meant to win, bro.
WrestleMania.
No, think about it. Let's go into that. Even the next pay-per-view Backlash, it was a 6-man tag. Did he even defend it? He could have had it. And then Judgment Day or something, he loses it, bro. But come on,
for
man.
him to work with his friend in the next two
Yeah, bro.
pay-per-views, Nash.
Nah, man. That's the easiest one I'll change.
I'll say WrestleMania 16. The Rock should have won that fatal four-way. It shouldn't have been a fatal four-way anyway.
He was meant to win
Oh,
that
yeah.
one.
Yeah, it should have been a one-on-one.
And the same person.
Him and
Apparently
Stone
Triple
Cold
H.
was meant to come back at that one.
I swear, Stone Cold meant to come back at
Stone Cold
WrestleMania.
was meant to come back at WrestleMania.
Mhm.
And then he, I don't know, health issues, and then he came back at Backlash.
He was on the
I'd make that
Yeah, he had a
singles
belly on
match
it,
and have Rock win.
Rock needs to win that. Big up our boy Chris DeCapo. Big up the Bet on the Roof podcast as well.
Rufus.
Brothers. He asks, is WrestleMania still considered the most grand stage in wrestling?
100.
If so, what makes us question how prestigious it is?
I can understand why Chris is saying that because of this year's WrestleMania, but my brother, WrestleMania is the granddaddy of them all, bro.
It is, but to hardcore wrestling fans, probably say Wrestle Kingdom is.
Oh, yeah.
The thing
Wrestle
is,
Kingdom's a spectacle.
Yes.
No, but not to WrestleMania. But Wrestle
Yeah.
Kingdom is definitely
No.
a spectacle.
Bro,
but with WrestleMania, you still get drawn in because
Yes.
it's now, you have to think about the legacy from how it started and to what it's become. And even with the casual fan, we were chatting about this earlier, who sort of like, oh, is it WrestleMania? But like,
Yeah,
what number are they up to
yeah,
now?
yeah.
And all sort of stuff like that.
People
and
who
it
don't
just,
watch wrestling.
You look at WrestleMania 20, one of the earlier WrestleManias I was thinking about going to. I couldn't get a ticket because they were sold out in 59 seconds. How was that even possible?
MSG. But that one was where it all
This
begins again. That one was serious.
That was 6 months.
Yeah, yeah,
No.
Okay,
There was not even a card announced or nothing. It just went. Yeah.
You know what? Yeah, I get why you're doing that. I understand.
That's the next question. That's the next question. So the next question, big up GG.
Everyone has to give an answer for this
Everyone's
one.
going to give an answer, of course.
Everyone's going around.
Yeah.
I need to sit back. For
GG
this.
on Wrestling asks, big up GG on Wrestling. He asks, top 3 WrestleManias.
Or top 3. I wasn't top.
Don't we put a spanner in the work like that?
Innit?
No,
Come
that
on,
ain't
man.
funny. Okay,
It's
do you
hard
want to
because
change up? Do you want to switch up? Do you want to remix?
Top 1.
No, don't remix it.
No, no, no.
I think we should remix it, you know. I think what is your
what's
top?
the remix?
What's
the
everyone's
remix
top?
first?
What's everyone's
I've got
top?
to the other question as well after. Don't worry, we'll have a question.
Top 3, all right, cool.
Top 3. I'll give my top 3 WrestleManias. You probably
Someone needs to go because it's too
WrestleMania
much for
9.
me.
I like
right now.
WrestleMania 9. I like WrestleMania 9 simply because of my childhood. It plays a big part in my whole childhood. WrestleMania 17, Rock and Stone Cold. What's it? My way? Yeah, my way or the highway. WrestleMania 20. Banging WrestleManias, man. If you haven't got that in your VHS cassette collection, you are finished. I said it in my 5 on it. I said it on the 5 on it, bro. Like, those are the best WrestleManias I've ever seen.
You know, it's hard to pick your favorite WrestleMania because there's so many. I've been thinking what happened on WrestleMania 22 is what happened on WrestleMania 23. Like,
WrestleMania 22 and 23 the same. Fam, I forget what happened, you know. It feels like the same thing.
Bro,
21, 22, and 23 all feel the same.
You'll get mixed up.
Alright.
I'll say the most solid one I remember